Tonight in Village Views, we head to Dillingham. At the same time a year ago, Bristol Bay fishermen had no idea they were gearing up for a season that would prove the most disappointing in 2 decades.
Yeah, the tides that determine the future of the crews who braved them were cold and cruel in 1997. Simply put, fishing was a bust. A year later, fishermen are back at it, repairing nets, turning engines, and praying for a season unlike the last. Newslink's Curtis Smith has the story.
It's the force of nature that fishermen in Dillingham have been waiting for. A brisk April wind to blow winter away. For the crew of the Slipstream, the winter gone by is one they'd rather forget. Like most fishermen in the Bristol Bay region, they were devastated by a salmon run that never arrived.
It's been a rough winter. I mean, really rough.
Carl Flensburg has been at the fishing game for over 20 years. To he and many others, 1997 began like any other. New nets, old crew, and lots of hope. But not for long.
You know, as the year progressed, you could just feel things tightening up, and you just didn't know you were getting kind of frantic towards the middle of the season because, man, all your normal fishing spots where the fish would just come boiling across the line, you know, out in the channels where there was nothing. I mean, I ran around all day looking for them, you know.
Ivan Nikita knows the frustration well. He was part of the crew that mostly worked for nothing. A financial setback that forced him to try his luck on land.
It was a pretty slow winter for me. I subsisted all winter.
This last winter, we ate a lot of moose and a lot of fish.
Mike Caston also relied on subsistence to make it through the winter, but he was one of the lucky ones.
I did all right. I came up, I only owed $243 to the cannery when it was all cut and dried.
But it still takes money to make it. And without a loan, Caston's engine and his season would be sunk.
Already this year, I've dropped into my motor about $1,400.
The captains and crew that typically fill this boatyard felt every day of a very long winter. Odd jobs and subsistence aside, this is a fishing town, and everyone felt last summer's loss.
Last year is extending into this year, so the gear up is still not there.
Dave Dingle is on the supply side of a business that has lost a great deal of its demand.
Yeah, I'll get your crew license here.
Dave usually sells everything from buoys to boots, but not this year. With little money from last season, fishermen are making do with the old. As a result, Dave will have to make do with less.
Less people, a little less inventory, try to sell what we got.
Good morning, Peer Outreach. This is Karen.
Karen Roberts knows everybody's fishing business. That's her job. As director of a state program titled Peer Outreach, Karen can't predict a fishing disaster, but she can help soften the blow.
We're definitely here to encourage and help find ways for them to make a living another way.
Karen's job is one of education, opening doors to Bristol Bay fishermen that have only lived off the sea.
We have a lot of people coming out from Anchorage and the lower 48 to take the jobs that are available because the people here in Bristol Bay are not skilled for those jobs.
In Dillingham, the summer that wasn't is but a memory now. Hope is on the horizon. The cold winds are back. Fishermen have to believe the salmon aren't far behind.
Gotta be optimistic, you know.
Last summer's fishing disaster prompted one Dillingham resident to battle back with technology.
Bobby Smeaton owns a local business called the Treasure Chest, but it's her newest hobby that's her favorite jewel.
An internet website that began as a way to link fishermen with disaster relief information has quickly grown into a worldwide, world-class website. Once again, Newslink's Curtis Smith.
They're arriving from all over the world.
They're coming from London, they're coming from Sweden, they're coming from Austria.
Explorers, if you will, to Dillingham. Not in search of Bobby's treasure chest, but they're coming because of it.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Bobby Smeaton is only kidding. The website she's created for the town of Dillingham is nothing short of a hit.
Well, I could pull right down, and I think it's over 11,000 hits since the end of December.
That's 11,000 more hits than Dillingham received all of last year. And thanks to Smeaton's newfound computer literacy, Dillingham is on the worldwide map.
You're going to see actual pictures of the town, the city. You're going to see pictures of the Tick-Chick State Parks, which is the largest in the nation at 1.6 million acres, as some of us don't know. Some of the lodges, you're going to have a lot of links to different places.
The link Bobby has to Dillingham is growing stronger by the day. A transplant from California, Smeaton is learning as she goes. So too are the locals.
Actually, the people of Dillingham all want to be linked up. And I do it, like I say, I do it for them. And this has just been something I wanted to do since the disaster. It's helped them. I get a lot of nice feedback. And I've also got to meet a lot of people I didn't even know had businesses here.
From the West Coast to the really West Coast, Bobby's done what many have only set out to do. She's found gold in Dillingham.
And I'm really glad that it's brought a lot of people here already business. So it's worked.
In Dillingham, Curtis Smith, Newslink, Alaska.
If you'd like to log on to the Dillingham website, you can do it at www.bobbys.com.
Wow, that's kind of neat. A combination of old and new. Next week, we will head to Gustavus in Southeast for Village Views.
We'll be right back after this.